How one crisis turned Pakistan into a global trade hotspot. Okay, let's start with something simple. For about 30 years, Dubai was the king of trade in the Middle East. Almost everything moved through it. Ships, cargo, money, fuel, electronics, even luxury goods. But here's the thing most people miss. It wasn't just about location. Yes, Dubai sits in a strategic spot, but geography alone doesn't make you a global powerhouse. Dubai built something much bigger than that. It built trust. Ships knew they could arrive on time, unload quickly, deal with clear rules, and leave without delays. No confusion, no chaos, no wasted time. In logistics, time is money, and Dubai mastered both. It turned its ports into a system that worked like a perfectly synchronized machine, fast, efficient, and predictable. Now compare that to Pakistan. On paper, Pakistan had everything it needed. It had a long coastline, access to major sea routes, and even control of Gwadar since 1958. That's a huge advantage. But in reality, things didn't run as smoothly. Ports faced delays, policies kept changing, infrastructure wasn't fully developed, and businesses didn't always trust the system. So while Dubai was playing like a pro gamer on max level, Pakistan was still trying to figure out the controls. For decades, Pakistan carried the label of being the almost there country in logistics, the one with massive potential but inconsistent execution. It had the map advantage, but not the system advantage. And honestly, for a long time, that's exactly where the story stayed. But then comes March 2026, and everything flips. Suddenly, the same geography that made Dubai powerful starts becoming a weakness. Dubai sits inside the Persian Gulf, and every ship that wants to enter or leave has to pass through one critical choke point: the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow passage is one of the most important shipping routes in the world, especially for oil. But during times of rising geopolitical tension, it becomes risky. And right now, that risk is real. We're talking about potential missile threats, military buildups, and skyrocketing insurance costs for shipping companies. Some vessels are now paying millions of dollars extra just to safely pass through that single stretch of water. And here's the thing about shipping companies: they hate uncertainty. They don't wait around hoping things get better. The moment risk increases, they start looking for alternatives. Fast. That's where Pakistan suddenly enters the spotlight. Unlike Dubai, Pakistan's major ports, Karachi, Port Qasim, and Gwadar, sit outside the Strait of Hormuz. They're positioned directly on the open Arabian Sea, meaning ships can bypass the dangerous route entirely. No choke points, no waiting, no high-risk passage. It's like having an exit door when everyone else is stuck in a crowded hallway. So while ports inside the Gulf are dealing with uncertainty, Pakistan is sitting just outside the problem, offering a safer and faster alternative. And the shift didn't happen slowly. This wasn't a gradual transition, it was a sharp, sudden turn. The global shipping network essentially hit reroute, and Pakistan became one of the main alternatives almost overnight. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where things go from interesting to unbelievable. In all of 2025, Karachi port handled around 8,300 containers. That's over 12 months. But in just the first 24 days of March 2026, it handled over 8,300 containers again. Let that sink in for a second. An entire year's worth of activity, repeated in less than a month. That's not normal growth. That's not even fast growth. That's an explosion. It's the kind of spike that usually takes years to build, but here, it happened in weeks. At the same time, Port Qasim saw a massive surge in fuel shipments. In just 1 month, it handled 17 ships carrying around 450,000 tons of fuel. That's a huge jump in volume, and it shows that this isn't just about containers or consumer goods. It's about energy, one of the most critical parts of global trade. And here's what makes it even more interesting. The government didn't just sit back and watch all this happen. They moved fast, really fast. Port fees were cut by around 60% to attract more ships. That's a massive incentive in the shipping world. Lower costs plus lower risk. That's a powerful combination. On top of that, ports were kept running 24/7 during aid for the first time in over a century. That's a big cultural and operational shift. It sends a clear message. Pakistan isn't just reacting, it's adapting. Basically, the entire system went from slow and steady to full speed, no brakes, almost overnight. But here's where things get real. The big question is, does this last? Because right now, Pakistan is benefiting from a crisis, and history shows that crisis-driven opportunities don't last forever. Once tensions ease, routes reopen, and insurance costs drop, shipping companies might go back to their old habits. So if Pakistan wants to keep this momentum, it can't rely on the crisis alone. It has to build something stronger, a system that works even when the world goes back to normal. That means faster customs processes, smoother port operations, better infrastructure, and most importantly, consistency. In logistics, consistency is everything. Companies need to know that if they choose a route today, it will still work the same way tomorrow. And then there's Gwadar, the wild card in this entire story. Gwadar isn't just another port. It's part of a much bigger vision connected to the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, often called CPEC. This project links Gwadar directly to inland trade routes stretching into China and beyond. That means goods don't just arrive at the port, they can move deep into Asia through land networks. No choke points, no bottlenecks at sea. Think of it like this. Karachi and Port Qasim are the players winning the game right now, but Gwadar could become the captain of the team in the future. If developed properly, it has the potential to turn Pakistan into a major global trade hub, not just a temporary alternative. And that's where the real opportunity lies. Because what we're seeing right now isn't just a shipping reroute, it's a potential power shift. Global trade doesn't stop, it adapts. It finds new paths, new hubs, and new leaders. And at this moment, Pakistan has a rare chance to move from the sidelines to the center of the game. But the window is small. The world is watching. Shipping companies are watching. Investors are watching. And most importantly, the clock is ticking. If Pakistan can turn this sudden surge into long-term reliability, it could permanently change its position in global logistics. But if delays return, if systems slow down again, or if trust isn't built quickly enough, this moment could disappear just as fast as it arrived. So here's the big takeaway. Global trade isn't slowing down, it's simply shifting. And right now, that shift is pointing toward Pakistan. The opportunity is massive, but it's also fragile. It's the kind of moment that can define decades, or vanish in months. And that leads us to the billion-dollar question. Will Pakistan step up and keep the crown, or will things go back to how they were before? Because in the end, logistics isn't just about moving goods from one place to another.